Would you look at that? It's crush time. Welcome back to Crush Time. As always, I'm your host, Sam Boomer Bloomquist. This week, we really tried to show our sponsors we're thankful for their services, so we paid them a little visit. Also, we got our first win streak of the season, and paid respect to all of our veterans who've been fighting for our country. Well, let's get to it. The Crush started off the week with a doubleheader against the Syracuse Saltcats. We played them on their home field at Onondaga Community College, in their beautiful turf field. We had to deal with a couple rain delays, but the players made the best of their time by pulling off a few stunts. YB Hughes kicked it off with a nice golf outing using the other players as props. Not ideal weather for golf, but he still sank his putt. The Saltcats then declared war against the Crush. We lost a few good men on that day, but at least Nate Verse was able to stick it out until the end. Matt Alberino challenged the Saltcats to rock, paper, scissors and won the first 2 games out of 3. The Crush finished their shenanigans with YB's upside-down baseball player, which was both hilarious and slightly disturbing. Back at home, the Crush gang decided to pay a visit to their sponsors. First, we visited Indulge, a local cafe and bakery on Main Street in Cortland. There, the Crush sampled a few of their smoothies, including the athlete flavor and Very Berry.
I eat it after workout.
They were also treated with some cinnamon rolls, and they were delicious. We then traveled further down Main Street to Tompkins Trust Company, a local bank in Cortland and one of our largest sponsors. A few days later, we also enjoyed a delicious egg sandwich at Long Island Bagel. The players enjoyed getting to know their sponsors, and we are very thankful for all their support. If it wasn't for them, this baseball team couldn't exist. Another way the team reaches out to their community is by getting local kids to be bat boys during the game.
Bat boy.
Bat boy?
Just got a bat.
You like being the bat boy?
Yeah. Fun.
How'd you get hooked up with that job?
My PE teacher.
Yeah? Yeah, Hughes?
Yeah.
You having a good time?
Mm-hmm.
Good to hear. Good night, bud. The kids all love coming to the games and seeing real live baseball played by some of their new favorite local celebrities. The Crush had a couple home games this weekend. There was supposed to be another earlier in the week, but we got rained out so hard that many of the players had to take cover in the storage rooms of the dugouts. It was definitely not the type of weather to leave your windows down in, and Coach Jelly learned that the hard way. The games were both wins at home, with scores being 5-4 against the Saltcats and 8-2 against the Sherrill Silversmiths. In the game against the Silversmiths, George Holland hit his first home run of the season, making that 3 home runs total for the Crush. The second game against Sherrill was also Bring a Veteran to the Game Day. We celebrated local veterans who came out with a barbecue before the game. We also kicked off the game with a color guard ceremony. It was really a special event because we are so thankful for the men and women who have fought for our country, especially our manager, Coach Rico McConnell. Coach McConnell served in the Air Force for over 20 years. It is with this experience and leadership that we find him to be such an effective leader and coach for this team. The Crush ended their first 10-game span on Sunday, June 14th with another win in an away game against the Sherrill Silversmiths, where Matt Yanta made his first appearance of the season and Tyler Sondry came back from a long break due to his sickness. After 10 innings, the Crush won 2-1, and their record as of right now is 4-6. The Crush would now like to take the time to invite you to our Parents' Weekend celebrations. This Friday, starting June 19th and ending Monday, June 22nd. During this time, we have 2 home games and 2 away games, so if you're going to catch a game, now's the time to do it. After our Saturday home game against the Junior Chiefs, we'll be going to the Ramada of Cortland for a beer tasting, which you can buy early tickets to for $12 at the link below. Or, if you want to just sell for $15 at the door, you can do that too. The Crown City Steakhouse will also provide food and drinks for all the players, and if you're not 21, for $5 you can taste New York ciders, beers, and juices. And since the Crush does not support drunk driving, we have a special rate at the Ramada of Cortland for $89 if you call and register under the block of Cortland Crush Father's Day. That's all for this week's Crush Time. If you have any questions about any of the deals, in the description below is our head of communications email address, Lorena Silva. And that's all from me, Boomer. I'll see you next time.